This is section 1, scientific notation. I'm going to go over practice problem 1 through 6. The way I think of solving these problems is thinking, how can I move the decimal so that the integer is between 1 and 10? And depending on the direction I move the decimal, the exponent will be negative or positive. So if I'm moving it, let's see here. If you move it right here, move it to the left. Oops. If I move it to the left, it's positive. If I move it to the right, it's negative. Or another way you can think about it is positive is big number and negative is small number. So let's get started here. So since this is a small number, I know it's going to be a negative exponent right away. And I'm going to move my decimal so I can get integers between 1 through 10. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I move 6 times, leaving me with the integer of 6. And the exponent is going to be 10 to the negative 6. This one, I'm going to move it to the right because it's positive. It's a big number, so it's going to be positive exponent. So you have to move it to the left. I only move it once. Integer is still 6. And the exponent will be this one. Or another way to just write this, it's 6 times 10. Now this one, we're multiplying this out. First step I do is find the scientific notation for 0.15. To do that, I move the decimal to the right because it's a small number. That means the decimal is going to be a negative. So I'm going to just move it once, and if I move it once, it's 1.5, and 1.5 is between 1 through 10. So your answer right here will be 1.5 times 10 to the negative 1 times it by 10 to the negative 2. Now we're just going to time the same base, and since this is exponent timesing each other, if it's exponent timesing each other, the exponent will be added. So this is a basic rule. Exponent multiplication rule is saying that if the bases are the same and you times it by a different exponent, you just add those exponent together like that. So if I do that, I get 1.5 times 10 to the negative third. Okay. Moving on to this question. This is a big number. That means it's gonna be positive, and you move it to the left. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you move it to 7, and then the integer right here is 9.5, and it is between 1 through 10, so it'd be 9.5 times it by 10 to the 7. Moving on to number 5, this is a small number, meaning the exponent is negative. So I'm going to move it once and see what my number is. And my number is 7.75, and that is between 1 through 10. So it'll be 7.75 times by 10 to the negative 1. Now here, this is number 6. Is very similar to number 3. So first, let's convert this into scientific notation. Since it's a big number, that means I move it to the left, making a dot right there, leaving us with 3.3 times 10 to the first power times by 10 to the negative third power. Since the base is the same and this is multiplication, you add the exponent together, leaving us with 3.3 times 10 to the negative second. So that will be your answer for that.